Okay. Just gonna.
Now, ladies and gentlemen. Our society.
Allen Iverson first appeared on the national stage at Georgetown University, where he became a first-team All-American.
Every obstacle that you ever placed in front of Allen, he always would excel. You could never count him out.
The 76ers chose Iverson with the first pick in the 1996 draft, and it didn't take him long to announce his arrival in the NBA.
He had such incredible speed and such a quick first step.
To be that quick in his energy is something that makes him remarkable. He was just an amazing guy to watch play.
At least once a game, this guy will do something that makes you just fall out of your seat. And what he lacked in size, he made up in heart and toughness.
Tremendous competitor. He made his body out there, and he always gave his all.
You get knocked down and you continue to play, and you look at each other and say, nobody can play through it like that.
This guy has such courage. You love the fact that he is fearless.
Iverson's best season came in 2001, when he was named league MVP and led the Sixers to the NBA Finals.
The 76ers are the Eastern Conference champions, and Allen Iverson stamps his name in the annals of greatness.
Philadelphia loves Allen. I don't think they will ever forget Allen. Maybe there'll be a statue.
In a 14-year career, Allen Iverson was an 11-time All-Star and a 4-time scoring champion. His career average of almost 27 points per game ranks 7th all-time.
The fact that he's so big and so talented and has impacted our game in so many ways. When you talk about the greatest players of all time, he's always going to be one of the guys you mention.
All right, so Penns Grove with a little bit of a video to
Ask you to please stand.
Allen Iverson as we will stay on the air for this national anthem performance.
For the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we're glad you can join us for this, I guess a little bit more retroactively for this tape-delayed broadcast of the Deptford Spartans and the Penns Grove Red Devils. Penns Grove coming into this game 8-7 in the Tri-County Diamond Division, and then for Deptford, they're right now sitting at 10-5 in one of the two big school divisions of the Tri-County Conference, the Liberty. So it should be a good one, especially because these two teams both have a lot to play for, and the fact that we're, in the first day of February right now really makes for an interesting situation in terms of power points. Deptford right now set to be a home seed in South Jersey Group 3. If that holds, that could, of course, be tarnished if Penns Grove wins. And along with that, Penns Grove right now at the 8th seed of South Jersey Group 1, trying to just find their way, if you will, and be able to, for one reason or another, get themselves up the rankings. They're right now the 8th seed in South Jersey Group 1. They would host a home game versus Burlington City in the first round if they can hang on to it. Penns Grove, after losing 4 straight in the month of January, as that tip goes out of bounds off the hands of Aiden Copestick. And it'll be Penns Grove with the first possession of the night. It's William Roy in the corner, no good. Rebounded by number 5, Antoine Sims. But Penns Grove immediately getting the possession back at the top of the key, moving out. For Roy. Pump fake in the corner, can't get anything there, moving inside. This one's up, can't get it there. Jordan Williams brings down the rebound for the Spartans. Deptford wasting no time here in the first 40 seconds of this game. Copestick, 3, air ball. So be taken up, and a foul is called as Roman Gibson was driving to the basket. And the foul on Deptford will be called against Brian Oreo. So first personal, first team, and we've got our first charity stripe appearances of the night. First shot is good for Brandon Robbins, the 5'8" sophomore guard who's got 162 points going into today, 50 career rebounds, and 75 career assists. He's put up 53 of those assists this year, including 15 points versus Clayton, and a 6-point win for them back on the 23rd of January. Williams gets fouled in the paint. So that will be another foul there. Penns Grove will get the ball. And it's Robbins crossing the midcourt line, feeds it across the way to Will Roy. Roy crosses over. Bounces inside. Deflected by Copestick. They keep the possession. Corner 3. Roman Gibson from the opposite corner brings this to a 5-0 run for the Spartans here in the first quarter. Certainly a departure from the last time these two played when Deptford won by 19, 70-51. Into the corner again for Williams. Copestick. Off the side, 0 for 2 from him from the shooting tonight. Another feed into the corner. Moving it out. Back to Roy. Again, a very proactive offense here for Penns Grove, who is sitting on 5 straight wins after losing 5 of their last 6, crossing over into the new year. Roy gets an open look off the window, can't get it there. Now a breakaway, Williams up, right hand lay. Oh, he can't get it there. Second chance is good. So a bit of a gaffe on his first attempt at the bucket, but Deptford does have their first points of the night, 5-2. Roy, bounce pass into the corner for Karan Caesar. Caesar, also a football player, rushed for over 1,200 yards as a running back this year for Penns Grove, who barely missed the playoffs in South Jersey. Group 1 is another 3 from Caesar. And it's an 8-2 lead for the Red Devils here early on. Is now a great save by Caesar. Here's a breakaway. Left-handed lay is good. Deptford wanted a walk, but it was not called, and Penns Grove in just 2 minutes and 55 seconds has reached double digits, and a foul is called after contact between Caesar and Oreo. The foul will be called on Caesar. That is the first team foul of the day. Oreo has it on top of the Penns Grove logo. Three. Air ball. Copestick tries to keep it in. He does. Now Copestick with a look from three. Good! Aiden Copestick. Getting his visitors fired up here is now a turnover. Williams, bounce pass, wasting no time. Can't get it there. Williams on a second chance is good. And in a blink of an eye, Deptford makes it a 10-7 game. Back into the corner. For Jamil Horace. Horace misses the shot. Caesar is the one who rebounds on the second chance. And you can make that 12-7. 5-point lead for Penns Grove. Still very early, but seeming like it's on pace for a very high-scoring game as that goes through the 5-hole of Aiden Copestick and out into the corner. That one is over the head. The pass was a little bit awry for Brandon Robbins. He's able to hang on to it. Back out to Roy. Into the corner for Caesar. Feeds it out to Roy again. Still beyond three-point land. 3 balls up. High off the window. Can't get it there. Second chance. Penns Grove has been good with second chance shots here in the early going. Moving inside. Williams again gets it to go. Jordan Williams, the junior guard, 230 points for him this year, 75 boards. 365 points for him this year. He is the team's leading scorer. Passing Aiden Copestick, who's at 211. Saw Copestick go great in the GCAN feature game versus GCIT back on January 9th. A game where he put up 18 points on 5 threes. Bounce pass is taken in by Penns Grove. Turnover palooza here in the first quarter as the 3-ball no good. Rebounded by Williams. Williams right now looking like a very prominent figure, like he's the guy that wants to run the offense. Copestick and Williams here. I mean, Copestick has kind of had a bit of a slow start, but he'll take this shot from the semicircle. That is no good. He is 1 for 4 now from the field this afternoon, and we've got a foul. Deptford getting ready to sub in number 4. That being Alonzo Hernandez coming in. He'll take out Kenny Cockerell. Bit of a discrepancy at the table. Also in the game for Penns Grove is Antoine Robinson. They're looking at the book. Maybe there's a Damian Ware over there looking at the book, along with Deptford head coach Mike Villari. Wonder if maybe there's a discrepancy about a player. Remember, Salem in South Jersey Group 1 had to forfeit 4 of their games from December and January because of an ineligible player, which affected Woodbury, affected a handful of teams in their division, the Tri-County Classic. So whatever's going on, we've got uncontested, basically technical. Number 4 for Deptford. Okay. So just picking up on a tip, Alonzo Hernandez, he is on the roster, but he was not in the book for Deptford. He is on the NJ.com roster, so they will assess it as 2 technical free throws. Hernandez, 60 career points across 4 seasons in limited minutes. Sometimes errors like that happen. We saw it earlier this year in a Pennsauken game where one of the substitutes, when the game was basically running out of hand at a 25, 30-point game, was ineligible. Not ineligible, but was not in the book. So it will be counted as a technical foul. Hernandez will get to stay in the game, and it's now 13-9 in favor of Penns Grove. Moving outside, 3 ball, good! Brandon Robbins knocks it down, and it's 16-9. Now Copestick catch and shoot, front iron. Another 3, no good there. A 3-point palooza here. These guys right now just trying to get anything going, but definitely a very strong start for Penns Grove. Copestick gets the ball again. This time he knocks it down. And Deptford gets across double digits at 16-11. 5-point game. Still out the top of the key. Now here comes an open look from Robinson. No good there. Copestick goes down trying to get the rebound. He gets back up under his own power. Just 3 team fouls so far. And a 3. Aiden Copestick, after a cold start, getting himself going. 16-14 now as we reach 30 combined points in the first quarter. Offense is red hot for the Red Devils and for the Spartans as well in the gold and white. Another bounce pass, this time to Gibson. Damian Ware tells him to go. 15 seconds remain. Again, 2 points separate these two after an early lead by Penns Grove. Takes a swipe, now gets a look with 5 seconds. 3! Brandon Robbins. They've got 1 second left. They're going to run out of time. Shot is waved off. No good anyways. But a contentious first quarter ends in a Penns Grove 5-point lead. Deptford got assessed for a technical foul for not having anybody in the book, and we'll be back in just a moment. 19-14, Penns Grove. Back from Penns Grove, home of the Red Devils, 19-14. At the end of the first quarter, Deptford with first possession. Bringing it back across the way. Bounce pass to Copestick. Pump fakes, now moves inside. Contact. Back out into the corner for Williams. And Oreo, clean. Like a dunk of milk, he makes the shot. And it is 19-16, 3-point lead. You know, it's funny, the last time we covered Deptford, it was on Channel 97 with Gloucester County Educational Network back on January 9th. I did not have the chance to make any Brian Oreo jokes, so had to get my quota in tonight. It's over to Brandon Robbins. Cuts to the left. That should have been out of bounds. That hit one of the wires of the backboard That should have been called out of bounds. And Mike Villari upset as they get 4 shots off. They miss all of them. And now it's Copestick. Definitely a bit puzzling there as it hit one of the metal beams of the backboard, which would be out of play, but it wasn't called. That pass is intercepted by Karan Caesar. Now he'll bring it back across the way after a heap of turnovers here in the first half. It's been a funky game so far for that reason. Working through it, Oreo. Copestick catch and shoot in the corner. He airballs. It's Robbins. Back inside, up and in. Roman Gibson with the 2-point lay. 21-16 now. As we said, Deptford 10-5 this year. 3. Copestick from the opposite corner now. Can't get that one to fall. Here we go. Another lay. I mean, these guys are playing powerful offense here. 23-16, just 12 or so minutes into this game, and it has been a funky first half. It's a lot of contentiousness, and we are going to have a timeout called by Mike Villari. 23-16, 5:32 left in the first half, and Deptford trails 23-16. We'll be back in just a moment right after this. Back on the tape-delayed broadcast of Deptford versus Penns Grove. This broadcast is brought to you by Harper Driving School. Over 90% of students who take their New Jersey State driving test with Harper pass on the first attempt. If you like those odds, you can book an appointment today at Suite E of the Total Turf Complex in Pittman, right off of Lambs Road at 614 Lambs Road. We'll be back on the air on DWB on Wednesday. Been a handful of contentiousness here in the first half. Deptford moving inside, now back into the corner. Luke Villari was in the corner. It's back out to Hernandez. Up and a nice right-hand move, and it's good. 23-18. Corner 3, good. Shot is waved off. Roman Gibson took a 3. He made the shot. However, the foul is going to be, all right, so it's going to be on Luis Colon. Very interesting here. The basket will count. So the foul must have been after the basket. It's 26-18. Copestick moves inside. Back to Hernandez. What a move. Can't get the basket, but he does draw the foul. Oreo draws the foul.
Personal fouls on number 20, Antoine Robinson.
So Brian Oreo will go to the line. The 5'10" junior guard, 346 career points, 74 this year. He's put up double digits twice, once versus Mastery Camden on opening night, and once versus Cumberland, where he had probably his best game of the year in a 70-64 win.
Kenny Cockerell
11 points, 8 rebounds,
One ball for Oreo.
and 4 assists, along with 4 steals as well. His career high in a game. Oreo hits both. I'm sorry, just one of 2. 26-19. Off the basket, can't get anything there. Copestick is out for the moment, getting some extra rest. Right now on the floor for Deptford is Cockrell, Villari, along with Williams, Oreo, and Hernandez. Hernandez feeds it to Cockrell. Back to Williams at the top of the key. Oreo bounce pass into the corner, and a walk will be called. Brandon Robbins across midcourt. A good reverse, a euro, and a foul.
Personal fouls on number 2, Jordan Williams.
So Williams gets hit with a foul.
Roman Gibson at the line.
So Roman Gibson at the strike, 6-foot guard, 379 points for him in his career, 208 of them this year. Put up a season best 24 in an 83-78 win over Clayton back on January 23rd. That shot is good.
Timeout. Penns Grove, full timeout.
Red Devils call their first timeout. We are midway through quarter number 2, 28-19. We'll be right back. So yeah, we're on a tape delay here because of internet issues in Penns Grove, but at least we're not in Atlantic City. The battle at the Bay between a heap of teams in South Jersey, one of them being Pittman and St. Augustine. Only one game was completed out of the 5 scheduled. There was a major power outage at Atlantic City, and all games from today were postponed. They have they don't have a date announced yet, but one of the games that we were going to look at was Pittman and St. Augustine. That was scheduled to start at 2, but some circumstances with that power certainly making a difference here. Oreo has the ball after a double coverage pressure, but now the ball gets away. We've got a scramble at midcourt. Deptford gets it back down the floor into the corner. Catch and shoot for Williams. Too long. Ball gets tipped back up in the air and brought down by Penns Grove. And it's Jamil Harris now bringing it to Caesar, and a foul is called.
Personal fouls on number 1, Luke Villari.
Foul will be on Villari.
Team second.
I mean, for Deptford right here, I think one of the big things that they've got to worry about down by 9 here in the early going is they cannot be affected by the noise. I mean, this is a gym that certainly is going to bring a lot of energy. People are going to bring a lot of energy here, and it could be a very polarizing game, but they cannot let that get in their heads. As we've got a jump ball between between Hernandez and between number 5, Jamil Harris. This will be brought in by Antoine Robinson. Oh, that pass is blocked by Copestick. Penns Grove unable to get it in. And now it will be Deptford ball as Cockrell will be the one to inbound. This broadcast is brought to you by our good friends over at Garden State Pet Center. Keep your pet happy and healthy today with the most organic food product available in South Jersey. We've got a steal, breakaway, foul. Foul is called. And going up to the basket is Caesar. Looks like Cockrell will be the one to get hit with the foul. But yeah, it's open 7 days a week. Keep your pet happy and healthy with the most organic food products available in South Jersey, along with toys, food, cages, accessories, and much, much more. Visit 7 days a week at 226 Whitehorse Pike in Audubon. It'll be Caesar at the line. Like we said, multi-sport athlete in football and basketball. To make it a 10-point game, it's good. Off the window.
One more for Caesar.
And that shot is no good. But it is still a double-digit lead for Penns Grove. Certainly a departure from the last time these two played each other. Cockrell outside. Hernandez has it. Cope stick, catch and shoot. 3 from the corner. Deptford has won the last 3 matchups between these two, 70-51 in January of last year, 74-54 in February of 23. As a nice move there, no good. Williams unable to hold on to the ball, and Penns Grove has it again. Last time Penns Grove won against Deptford was a 50-47 thriller on February 23rd, 2022, nearly 3 years ago. Inside. The net got swatted up a little bit. Williams brings down the rebound. 29-22. Trouble there and a foul.
Personal foul for number 11, Roman Gibson. Team second.
Yeah, they got to fix the rim here. There we go. Don't forget our next broadcast on DWB will be on Wednesday, February 5th. Between the West Hampton Tech Panthers and the Cinnaminson Pirates. 6:30 tip on Wednesday. Good move. Cope stick 3. Front iron. And a heave across the floor. Penns Grove unable to hold on to it. And a trip foul as Hernandez hits the floor.
William Roy.
Keep going, so let's go.
Team 4.
It'll be Hernandez to inbound. Will Roy will contest. And this will go back across the other way for Brian Oreo. 29-22, minute 45 left in the first half. It's been an interesting game so far. Bit of a rocky game, tell you that much. Some words exchanged and certainly an interesting one at that. Penns Grove is at 4 fouls. They're 1 away from giving Deptford the bonus. Oh, what a move, but just a little too long there. I think Deptford right now is just trying to be a little too fancy. I mean, they're trying to do all these great moves. Some of them have drawn fouls, but others are just missed shots and turnovers. Walk will be called. Cockrell gets hit with the foul. I'm sorry, with the travel, and then gets subbed out for Kyle Villari. 1:10 left now. Foul and 1. So Brandon Robbins picks up a foul. That will be the 4th against Deptford. Technical on Deptford. Deptford just got hit with a tech. I think it was their bench. So, how about that? That'll be the first shot that misses from number 2, Brandon Robbins. That's good. Second shot is good. They're going to give him a third. That shot rattles out. At the end of the JV game, Deptford had a 1-point lead and then 5 straight technical free throws after a handful of techs were given out to Deptford. Penns Grove won the game, I think, by 2 or 3 points. So Mike Villari, maybe he was outside of the coaching lines. Maybe that's what it was that he was called for. But Penns Grove only made 1 of 3 in their bout of technical free throws. And Penns Grove will get the possession back. 1 minute left. Brandon Robbins now. And shot's going to be waved off for a travel. Copestick will inbound after the travel on Penns Grove. Couple of turnovers back and forth here. It's been a sloppy first half, I'll tell you that much. Feed into the corner. 2 technicals. Shot is good. And it's not like, hold on here. Aiden Copestick, head and hands. Gonna have another foul called. Warning is called against Williams. But yeah, the 2 techs that Deptford has been called for have not been your traditional, somebody says something or whatever. The first foul was because one of their substitutes, Alonzo Hernandez, wasn't in the book. And the second one, hold on here. Luke Villari has it. Copestick moves out to Williams. Makes a man miss. That's going to be an offensive foul. So Williams gets called with an offensive foul. .20 seconds left. Oh, Deptford picks up a steal on the inbound. Copestick catch and shoot, can't get it. This game's a couple of steps away from getting out of hand. We've got a foul. What a weird game. Copestick gets hit with it. That will be a bonus for Penns Grove. So now Roman Gibson at the line. Shot is good. 35-24.
Gibson for 1 more. What? You said that? You said that? You said that? I got you after the game.
Wow, Cope stick, 3, no good.
I'm calling NJSIAA right now.
Shot is waved off at the end of the first half.
Right now, call.
35-24 at the end of the first half. We will be back in just a few moments. Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Doubleheader reached first on an error in the first at-bat of Game 2. This one's lined into center field. Slider going over. He dives. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Ryan Slider makes the catch. Not on a slide, but instead on a dive. 2 away. He's donning the number 34 and the shortstop for this one. First pitch. There's a line drive into center field. That one is going to drop it. It's going to go to the outfield wall. 1 run will score. Spence is going to make a huge arc around third. She will score to make it 3-0. And here comes the runner to score. It's an inside the park home run for Ella Hayes to make it a 4-0 game, a 3-run inside the Parker to the 2. 35-26 at the halftime break. Certainly an interesting one at that. 3 total technicals and a handful of words being exchanged back and forth. And I'll tell you, it's been a very nerve-wracking first half for not only the folks on the floor, but the folks everywhere in this Rudy Barrick gym. But we return to action with Penns Grove up by 11, 35-24. Aiden Copestick has done well for himself for the Spartans. He's on the floor to start the second half. On the floor for Penns Grove at this current time is going to be Brandon Robbins, as well as Roman Gibson, as well as Will Roy, Karan Caesar, and Jamil Horace. 3, good! Starting the second half with a bang from Jordan Williams. It's Williams, Cockrell, Oreo, Copestick, and Villari. On the floor for the Spartans. That gets knocked down with a rebound from Copestick. Villari spins from beyond the arc. It's Oreo back to Copestick. Fouled. Caesar gets hit with the foul. And Copestick will inbound. A steal and a foul on his way up. So back-to-back fouls as Cockrell gets hit. So Cockrell will go to the line as Penns Grove very quickly picks up 2 personal fouls here in the third quarter. Don't forget, for the week ahead on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, we'll be on the air on the Roadrunner Network on Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we'll be on the air for more BCSL basketball between Westhampton Tech and Cinnamons, and 6:30 tip on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, we'll be doing something that we haven't done before on DWB, ice hockey. Yes, we have covered street hockey before, as that pass went out of bounds, but we have covered ball hockey, but we have not done ice hockey before. This will be at the Hollydale Arena on Thursday, February 7th, between Gloucester Catholic and St. Peter's Prep. 3 p.m. ice drop. I keep saying ice drop, puck drop for that game. Regardless, should be fun. It will be a memorial game to honor the late Gaudreau brothers, who were unfortunately killed in Salem County back in August. That ball gets away from Cockrell. Somehow he's able to hang on to it and feeds it to Williams for the layup. Deptford calls a timeout, and something about that halftime break, the contentious one that it was, got them fired up. They now trail by 5. 6:38 left to play in the third. Mike Villari's ready to go. Timeout called. Deptford coach Mike Villari hyping his team up after they trailed by 11 at the halftime break. They now trail by just 5. This broadcast is brought to you by the Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators, or Dog Pro Wrestling, South Jersey's best professional wrestling organization with high-flying events and nonstop action throughout the Garden State. For more information on future events and ticketing, visit DAWG, hold on, that was close, DAWGProWrestling.com. These ad reads keep getting interrupted. A good move there, unable to get the shot down. It seems like both teams have just been trying to play too fancy of a product of basketball. Deptford has been doing these nice reverses and jukes and 360s, trying to do anything they can to get a fancy basket instead of a quality basket. But there's a nice block by Jordan Williams. Now it's Cockrell. bringing it up the floor. And a shot is good. And for the first time in a long time, it's a one-possession game. The left-handed lay is the clapback from Robbins. And immediately, Williams takes the half-court heave. This game is becoming a festival of offense, as it's now 37-34 on a handful of baskets back-to-back. Feels like the full court heaves you always did on NBA 2K, as now it's going to be back across the top of the key. Moving inside, contact but no foul. This will be taken away. Cockrell's all alone. Can he hang on to the possession? Can he find a shooter? Yes, he does, but the shot is no good. Cockrell again. 37-36, it's a one-point game. Deptford taking advantage on some defensive woes here, as the shot is good by Horace. Still a one-possession game, 39-36. Back into the corner. From the paint, or from just outside the paint, no good there. A very unique floor here at Penns Grove. The gray wood taking up 80%, and then the other being that bright red, representing the Red Devils. Foul will be called. Looks like on Williams. No, I'm sorry, on Oreo. I saw the two fingers go up. I thought he was talking about Williams, and I'm like, he's nowhere near the play. It'll be Brandon Robbins at the line for two shots. That shot is good, 40-36. Right now in South Jersey Group 3, Deptford at 10-5. Again, a 4-2 record in the Tri-County Liberty Division, which consists of Cumberland, Delsey, Highland, Timber Creek, and Triton. Rebound on the free throw after making one of two. He falls down. Cockrell gets the rebound. Heaves it across the way to Villari. Bounce pass, great move. Williams with the basket. Deptford right now holding the last home seed in the first round at the 8 seed. 1, 2, and 3 is Ocean City, Timber Creek, and Winslow, who has had a big leap this season. They're at 11-6. Delsey at the 4 spot, Absegami at 5, Morristown at 6, Cherry Hill West at 7. 9 through 12 is Seneca, Pinelands, Shawnee, and Clearview. And then the last 4 seeds, Mainland, who has won 3 straight after a dismal start to the season. No good there. Triton, Hamilton, and Highland. And on the outside looking in is Lacey, Toms River East, and Toms River South. Now for South Jersey Group 1, the last time Penns Grove won a sectional championship was 2020. It was their 4th. The others being in 1954 and 56, along with 1989. But right now, Penns Grove also holding the last seed for the home side, that is, the top 8. The 1, 2, and 3 are an inverse of last year. Pittman, who was the 2 seed last season, gets bumped up to the 1 spot. Kip Cooper, which was the 1 seed right now, just a hair behind them at the 2 seed. Haddon Township at the 3 seed. Woodstown at 4 after being a 12 seed last year. A huge turnaround for Woodstown. Woodbury at 5, Audubon at 6. One-legged floater, a little bit convoluted, and he misses the shot. This could be the tie of the game. Cockrell, right-handed lay, and we're tied. We are tied, 40-40. But Audubon at 6, Palmyra at 7. There's another steal. Deptford now controlling the possession. Copestick hit from the back, and he'll get 3 shots. He kind of got a pat on his lower backside, and they'll call it. Luis Colon gets hit with the foul, and Aiden Copestick will go to the line for 3. But yeah, Penns Grove at the 8 seed, Burlington City at 9, and then 10 through 12 is Glassboro, New Egypt, and Clayton. Then 13 through 16 is Salem, Paulsboro, Camden Prep, and Maple Shade. Wildwood Leap Academy, Gateway, and Shalleck on the outside looking in. Second shot is good. There you go, the 4 sectional championships in the state's, in the school's history. 2020 was the last that they won. And Jamar Johnson, the last 1,000-point scorer for Penns Grove back in 2021. But Penns Grove is looking up. I mean, Damian Ware is a seasoned coach. He's somebody that will get you what you want. And he's not afraid to be transparent with his players. Somebody that will always give you exactly what you need. 3 minutes now left in the third. Yes, 43-40 now. Making a move is Robbins, trying to find anything to get past the screen, and can't get it there. Copestick bats the ball in the air. And Deptford starting to take hold from the elbow. No good. Working through traffic. Shot went a little bit short. He fell down. Now another bounce pass to Williams. Shot is good. Damian Ware calls a timeout. 45-40 is the score in favor of Deptford with 2:27 left in the third. We'll be back in just a moment. The Penns Grove baseball banner hanging to our right, showing their sectional championships in the 50s and 1988. Should be an opportune time to mention that our Dan Wilkins Broadcasting baseball selection show for the 2025 baseball season will be on March 14th this year. Should be a good one. 7 o'clock start time for that. It will showcase the best of the best in South Jersey and where we will be for coverage is a good save by Robbins. Making something out of nothing there as it goes back to Gibson. Gibson looking for space. Now moving out into the corner. Catch and shoot. 3, no good. Copestick can't bring down the rebound. Second chance up. Oh, he took a hard fall on the floor. Luis Colon gets up without issue. Oreo, reverse, and a late foul. It'll be a blocking foul called on Colon. And that will put Penns Grove over the limit.
Personal foul number 10. Luis Colon. As well. Ryan Oreo at the line. Shoot 2.
45-40. 5-point game. Shot is good. Lando Hernandez checking in after a bit of a fiasco in the first quarter where he was not listed in the book. And therefore, technical foul was assessed against Deptford. A good save there as Penns Grove keeps the possession. Out into the corner. 3. Copestick no good. Penns Grove with a good move. Right side, it's in from Karan Caesar. I mean, right now, Deptford's in a groove. Something at that halftime break got them fired up. I don't know what it was, but they trailed by 11 at the halftime break. They now lead by 6. 1:15 left. In the third, Williams goes up. Can't catch the rebound. Can't catch the basket either as it's Gibson who brings it to Robbins, the sophomore guard. Feeds it out into the corner. Gets a good look. Corner three. One possession game again, 48-45. Cockrell moving through the motions. Ball gets stolen away. Here comes a heave. Penns Grove in transition. Open look to tie the game. No good off the side. And one of the Deptford players went deep into the tunnel to get that ball with 33.4 seconds left. (48-45). 33 seconds left in the third. Over the head, back down to Caesar. Moves with the right pivot foot, now moves back out to the top of the key. And it's Robbins. 23 seconds left with no shot clock. They can certainly be conservative. Foot's on the line, front of the rim. Would have needed a 3 to tie the game, but you'll still have 8 more minutes after the break. But it's going to be Copestick who has it. Could be the last possession for Deptford in the quarter. Copestick calls Williams over. He sets a screen. He's got room. 3 seconds left. Oreo chucks up a shot to end the quarter. It's off the side, and the buzzer sounds. But a charging to the front effort for Deptford. After trailing by 11 at the halftime break, they now lead by 3 at the end of the third quarter. This one is setting up to be an exciting finish. Don't go anywhere. It's 48-45. We'll be back in just a moment. The high logo is reversed from where we can see, and you know, we were talking with Anwar Golden, the athletic director, where we wanted to set up, and I didn't even realize that we will be on the other side of the floor, if you will. But either way, still a very nice gym here. The internet connection obviously forced us to go into a tape delay, but I mean, that's kind of expected for Salem County, this part of town, and certainly an interesting game so far. As we enter the fourth quarter, Deptford trailed by 11 at the halftime break. They now lead by 3. The basket is good for the Red Devils. It's just been a very odd day, I'll tell you that much. It's Villari, Copestick, corner 3! Extending the lead for the visitors to 4. Man, Aiden Copestick, he was ice cold in the first quarter. He started to find his groove. You know, we saw him back in early January in an 18-point game where he put up 5 threes versus GCIT, and I mean, it was the same thing. He just missed a couple shots and didn't seem like he was that with it, and then he just lights out for the rest of the night, and Deptford won that game. Ball is tipped away as Caesar tried to find an answer, but instead it goes into the third row. Copestick from the paint, good. Hits it from out, hits it from inside. And Deptford is starting to take hold in the final 7 minutes here, 53-47. Gonna have a foul on Penns Grove. So Harris gets hit with the foul. This broadcast is brought to you by the Rowan College of South Jersey Roadrunners Athletic Department. Prospective athletes who wish to join the Roadrunners for the 2025-26 school year should visit the Prospective Athlete Forum on rcroadrunners.com and follow them on social media platforms. Wherever you get your social media, at RC Roadrunners. Falling away. Williams, a nice move with the right hand, and now an offensive foul the other way. Mano a mano there.
Personal fouls number 2. Jordan Williams. He's first. Check the game number 20. Antoine Robinson. Set for Horace.
Some speedy move from Penns Grove. Left-handed lay, draws a foul. That'll be the second team foul against Deptford. So William Roy will go to the line. Shot is up and good.
Roy for one more.
So Roy now goes for his second shot in a 53-48 game. 5 points separate the two with 6:45 left in regulation here at the Rudy Barrick Gym. Shot is good. So he makes both. And now Copestick takes one to the chest. Now it's back out to Villari. Back to Copestick from the volleyball line. Oreo cuts to the right into the corner. It's Williams. I mean, Copestick has been so good at catch and shoots today. Although this time, not so lucky as he almost turned the ball over. Scramble still holds on. Deptford is somehow able to keep the possession. Pass goes over the head of Williams, out of bounds. An inbound with just a second to spare from Antoine Richardson. Fires a bounce pass to Robbins. Now hands it off inside, and he'll finish the job. Antoine Robinson gets the shot off, and it's back to a 2-point game, 53-51. That goes through the hand of Williams. Cockrell will check in. Who's going to sub out? It's going to be, hold on here. It's going to be Alonzo Hernandez who checks out. But before that, we do have a timeout called. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay on the air. Let's talk about the week ahead on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We mentioned it a little bit, but I kept getting interrupted kind of by myself there. Wednesday, February 5th, we've got West Tech and Cinnaminson in some Wednesday BCSL football, and that'll be basketball rather. That'll be a 6:30 p.m. tip-off. Thursday will be Gloucester Catholic and St. Peter's Prep in ice hockey. That'll be a 3 p.m. start. And then after that, on Friday, we also have some more basketball on the way between Camden Eastside and Kingsway on Friday. (53-51), 5:44 left in the fourth. Robinson inbounds. He feeds it back to Robinson. Now the pass is tipped. Deptford ball. Bounce pass to Cockrell. Now he feeds it to Villari. And Poetry in Motion extends the lead for Deptford as a handful of crafty passes gets them to the basket. Again, it's Roy and a foul in the middle of the scramble.
Personal fouls number 3, Kenny Cockrell. Team's third.
Back inside the semicircle. Back out to Robbins. 5:05 to play. Bounce pass again. 3, no good. That was wide left. Ball gets away from Williams. Penns Grove's going to hang on to it. And now it'll be Caesar. Back to Robbins. Fakes, top of the key. Rolls over the rim. I mean, they're just going to keep attempting threes, it looks like. But a hoppy move there inside gets a draw of a foul. That's going to be the 4th foul against Williams. And in high school and in college as well, 5 fouls is a disqualification. It's actually shocking how rare we've seen a foul out this year, but we also haven't seen that many high fouling games. And in a game as contentious as this, it certainly makes a difference. And Williams being the leading scorer up by 4, that would be a nightmare scenario for Coach Villari if he loses his leading scorer down the stretch where he needs him the most. 55-51, 4-point game. Again, Deptford trailed by 11 points at the halftime break. They went out of the third up by 3. So a day and night sequence for the Spartans, with the Red Devils looking to strike back at midnight here. They're hanging onto the ball. Because remember, in high school, no shot clock in Jersey. And we do have a foul. One ref made one call, the other made a different one, and he defers. Now Oreo gets it with a foul. And now at the line is Karan Caesar, as we said, a star figure on Penns Grove's football team. As Deptford now over the limit, not where they wanted to be, reaching the limit halfway through the quarter, not even halfway through the quarter, up by 4. Now make that 3. 55-52. Caesar made his first. That one's no good. But they keep the ball in bounds to Cockrell. Cockrell's double guarded in the corner. It's out of bounds, and was a timeout called first. Mike Villari did call a timeout before the ball went out. So 55-52, 3:54 left in the fourth, full timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Penns Grove High School, 3:54 here in the heart of Salem County. And the last exit, one of the last exits before the Delaware Memorial Bridge. We've been having a good one today. 55-52, even though the internet didn't cooperate with us. Luckily, the cameras and the laptops and all the bells and whistles are. By the way, an out-of-town score update from the Holy Cross Showcase. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Central Regional leads Cinnaminson 36-31. By the way, an update on that Battle at the Bay special that was postponed. Pardon me, that one's outside. A car accident knocked into a generator and wiped out power from the school. So the power, if it is back, will be restarting the games tomorrow at Atlantic City. Here comes another breakaway. Oh, how about that? That's going to be a blocking foul on Penns Grove. Those on the home gym thought it was an offensive foul as Luke Villari went through the air in superhero status, but the foul is called on the Red Devils, and it will be the second team foul here in the fourth. That would have been a huge swing for Penns Grove. Refs are discussing it now, but it looks like it will stand. Copestick will inbound under his own basket. Heaves it out to Williams. Like we said, Williams himself sitting on 4 fouls tonight. Back out to Copestick. Jumping away, front of the iron, or side of the iron, if you will. This one is back out to Gibson. 3 minutes now. Gibson trying to find anything to go. The shot gets rattled away. Cockrell in. Williams all alone. Shot is good. 5-point game, 59-54. Good move through traffic. That was an extra step, but it's good. And now another scramble. Ball goes out. Penns Grove ball. How about it? Now a one-possession game with 2:33 left. Antoine Robinson will inbound. Robinson feeds it across the way. He was close to that backcourt line. Now a catch and shoot to tie the game. No good. Cockrell feeds it away to Villari. Inside, basket good. This has been a rocky game, I'll tell you that much, and a high-scoring affair here for the high school level. That one went out of bounds, deflected off the ankle of Copestick. Out of bounds, Deptford ball. Williams inside. Shot is no good. Cockrell hanging onto it. Fires a bounce pass again. It goes through the legs of Williams. Copestick somehow able to hang on. How is this play still alive? A backcourt violation will be called. That was unbelievable. Multiple possession-saving actions by Cockrell and Copestick, only to result in the backcourt. A valiant effort nonetheless. Robbins feeds out into the corner. Inside. Off the left side of the window. Out of bounds, Penns Grove ball. Williams not happy with the call. So be inbounded again by Robinson. 1:34, and we will have a quick substitution. Robinson out. Now it's Jamil Horace in. On the floor for the Red Devils is going to be Horace, Robbins, Gibson. Gibson will now inbound. Roy and Caesar. And then on the floor for the Spartans, it's going to be Cockrell, Oreo, Villari, Williams, and Copestick. Shot's good. And Penns Grove now with the bonus. If they want to start fouling, they've got some time and they've got a little bit of a window. They've got 1:20, and they've only committed 2 fouls. Copestick with the possession. The foul is going to be on Penns Grove, and it'll be the 3rd. That's the thing that we saw on Martin Luther King Day versus RV and Woodbury, is that RV had the possession for the last 1:25 of the game. And that's where things got a little bit interesting because Woodbury never fouled them. They never forced the issue, and they never, on the contrary, they also never really forced a steal. So for Penns Grove right now, they want to get it started early. Give them time. Because guess what? With no shot clock, You have to be the one to force the issue. Travel. Travel is called on Deptford. Jordan Williams gets called with the foul. This will be inbounded by Horace. They'll go across the way now with Brandon Robbins. 52 seconds left. 3-point game between Deptford and Penns Grove. Back into the corner. Catch and shoot off the top of the backboard. Hold on here. We got some folks being separated. It's Williams and Horace getting together. Williams held by Copestick. Williams is irate as he's being restrained by his teammate Aiden Copestick, and Jameel Horace being restrained by Coach Damian Ware. So as the whistles flew at the center of the court, this is not a good time for things to get chippy because it's a 3-point game and a technical foul. This is what makes this call so important, is that the technical foul could change everything. If you call techs on both teams, I mean, we'll just have to see who instigated it and who they believe instigated the incident. Because if it's only a tech on Deptford, this could swing things entirely for Penns Grove. Tech on Williams. They call techs on both. So you heard that there from the booth. That will be technical fouls on Jameel Horace and Jordan Williams. And the 5th foul on Jordan Williams, that being a technical, will disqualify him from the game. With 43 seconds left, Williams has been fouled out, certainly not in the most unusual way, but certainly not in the way that anybody wanted it to. So Deptford will be without their leading scorer in a 3-point game. And the bench applauds Williams. I mean, that is huge, that Williams in that scuffle got hit with a technical, which also ended up being his 5th foul. Oh, how about this? Ball gets away. Penns Grove needs a 3 to tie the game. They're going inside. The shot is no good. Second chance is in. And now Damian Ware calls a timeout. How about it? So an inbound from Deptford after a double technical turns the ball over to the Red Devils. They make the basket, but they did not choose to go from outside. They went with the safe shot from in. Now the offset continues as it's 61-60 with under 40 seconds to play. We've got 31.7 on our board. We'll be right back. So here we go. I can't say if you're just joining us because this is a tape delay broadcast, but 61-60. We wish you were here with us in the real time because this is an unreal game. Deptford and Penns Grove in a back and forth bout. And in some cases, I literally mean a bout. There have been 5 technical fouls assessed in this game. A few against a coach, or 1 against Coach Villari. 1 against the Deptford bench, 1 against Alonzo Hernandez for not being in the book, and then 1 against Penns Grove, another against Jordan Williams for the scuffle in the paint. We have a foul, and back in the opposite corner, it will be Luke Villari who gets fouled. That is the 4th against Penns Grove. That did get him over the limit. I apologize. I read the scoreboard wrong. Both teams now have the bonus. Let's listen to this crowd. First shot, no good. One more shot. Let's listen in. He makes it. Shot's waved off. Shot is waved off for a lane violation. Luke Villari made the second basket, but it is denied for a lane violation. 61-60. The folks on our side of the aisle are standing. We've got a ball game, folks. 20 seconds. Passed out into the wing. Double guarded there, and Damian Ware calls a timeout. That's his last of regulation. Man, I'm going to need a sip of water and some time to contemplate stuff. This is a funky game. We'll be right back. (61-60), 15.8 seconds left. Really could go anywhere. 61 in favor of Deptford, 60 in favor of Penns Grove. Penns Grove hasn't beat Deptford in 3 years in this head-to-head matchup. They've done it once per year. Deptford has won the last 3 times. Ball is tipped, and that's a foul. Hernandez shakes the hand of his teammate Cockerell. And after the first 2 shots were no good after getting over the limit, this could make it a 3-point game. Hernandez, who was given a technical foul in the first quarter when he subbed in for not being on the roster on the scorebook, now is a chance to make this game much more favorable for the Spartans. 1-point game. He makes his first rather. The second shot from Luke Villari was waved off for a lane violation. His first was no good, which kept the score where it is. 2-point game. Also good. 63-60. It's Robbins. They need a triple to tie. Back into the corner. They shoot. The 3. No good. It's off the mark. They've got 1 second left. It's no good! No good! Deptford escapes Salem County with a win! Back-to-back triples off the mark, and the Spartans survive to snap the Red Devils' losing streak. They snap the 5-game winning streak of the Red Devils as back-to-back threes, one with a second and a half on the board, fall short. And that's the final score, 63-60 in favor of Deptford, who for the 4th time in a row in these head-to-head matchups take the win as they're instructing Deptford to go to the locker room. Deptford improves to 11-5. Penns Grove falls to 8-8, and we'll see where it matters for PowerPoint standings because both teams in their respective brackets were the number 8 seed. So we'll have to see where it goes. That'll be all for us tonight. Glad you're able to watch this tape delay broadcast of South Jersey basketball here on DWB. From our entire crew, our social media coordinator, Haley Mejia, our graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel, Caleb Lane, and Liam Nolan. My producer, Matt Wagner. I'm Dan Wilkins. We will see you on Wednesday for basketball between West Hampton Tech and Cinnaminson. Have a good one, folks.